Hello, everybody, and welcome to Paranormality. I am your host, Jack Kirby. How are you doing today? Hopefully, you're doing wonderful. Today, our guest is Kenneth Pass, also known as Pahana. Now, he has seen the past and the future, and he's here to tell us today. But before we get to Kenneth, I just want to talk about some stuff that I've noticed over the past few months actually, and in the past few years, where our Earth has been changing so much. Now we're really seeing it with the winter, and it's snowing in April. They were expecting 2 foot of snow in Minneapolis the other night. They're having to cancel baseball games because of it. So what's really going on with the Earth, and how can we stop that? And I think today's guest might have a really great idea on how to do that. So we're going to get to Kenneth right now, and we're going to hear what he has to say. Kenneth, are you there?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Great.
So, Kenneth, you are Pahana.
Yep.
So when did you discover and actually realize that you were Pahana, or did you always know?
Well, it was a name given to me many thousands of years ago by my elders, by my relation.
Okay. How? So
Go ahead.
When you say many thousands of years ago, have you lived that whole time, or how are you a time traveler, or how does that work?
Well, it started when I was a little kid. I was playing ball inside my grandma's house, playing ball by myself. Roll the ball against the front door so the ball bounced back to me. And then, I was all by myself, just a little baby. And then the doorway disappeared, and my father was standing there, native. He's a native, indigenous to these lands. And, he sat down, and he rolled the ball back towards me. So me and him, we got to play the ball together. And then I heard a commotion inside the house. I turned to look, and then I turned back to look at him rolling the ball to me. The doorway was there, and he was gone. And the ball rolled back to me. And I started crying, and I got up. But years later after that, I went to a Boys and Girls Club camp in California, in Mendocino County, California. And from this camp, with 6 other people, we were 3 boys, 1 little girl, 2 men staff members, and a female staff member. We had to sign a piece of paper for the activity. It was called a 50-mile hike. And we went on a 50-mile hike together with the big, heavy backpacks, I got the one with all the pots and pans, go figure. And, on our first night out, we got abducted by an extraterrestrial craft and extraterrestrials. We came across, before this though, we came across the dead deer. The dead deer had an eye missing. Half of its jaw was removed. There was the stomach skin on the fur was missing, but there was a membrane holding all the guts inside so they didn't spill out on the ground. And, being children, being me, first time I ever seen an animal, a deer, let alone a dead one. You know how kids are, they're going to be all up on it looking at it. Ooh, look, it's a dead deer. And the staff members are like, leave it alone, it's dead, back away from it. And, we also came across a wallet, one of those Velcro crimes from the early 80s. This happened in the 80s.
Okay, yeah.
It was a Velcro wallet. And we seen his driver's license and his social security card, but we didn't see him around. So we kept on hiking. And that was a sure telltale sign right there that, well, that could have been an animal attack. But an animal would have ripped into that gut and spilled it everywhere. So the staff members, we kept on going on our hike. And that was a big mistake. We should have turned around right there. But we didn't. We kept on. And, we got abducted that night onto a craft. Us children received implants by the extraterrestrials. And the staff members were in holding cell cubicles, banging and screaming, let us out, don't hurt the children or else we're going to kill you. After I received my implants, I got to sit at the console with a whole bunch of buttons, and I got to push the buttons.
Well, that's always fun to push the buttons.
I mean, what's a little kid, what's a kid to do inside of an extraterrestrial craft with a whole bunch of buttons sitting down in front of him,
Right.
Push him. So I was pushing him, and we were taken to an underground cave where I was made to get some kind of a box cube, one of these extraterrestrial box cubes that they let you hold without saying anything. Well, I was made to go get it. They told me to jump across these other bigger box cubes to get to the smaller one in the back of the cave while they all watched. And there were two tall grays in robes up in a part of the cave wall cut out area watching the whole time. So I jumped across the bigger box cubes, landed on my butt, hands and butt, in the dirt, brushed off the dirt, and went to the smaller box cube, sat on the right side back in the corner of the underground cave, looking at the box cube on my butt, looking up at them, watching me, and then looking across where I jumped from, looking at the others. And then they said with their minds, come to me, come to us, bring us the box cube. And I'm like, no, it ain't happening. I'm over here, I'm safe.
Right.
I'm from the city. I got street smarts and stuff, I'm like, no, you can't get to me over here. And I'm kind of crying and I'm upset because I'm looking at them and I'm looking at them and they're not people. They're not people that I know. But I'm looking at the box cube and I'm just staring into it. I mean, I can see into it. And, then one of the staff members came around the corner of the passageway and he said, Kenneth, they want us to leave now. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. They want us to leave now. Jump back across and let's go. And I was like, no. I was crying then. And he said, Kenneth, get up. Get over here right now. We got to go home. They want us to leave now. So I was like, all right. Then I got up and I was looking to where I was going to jump back across. So I hopped and skipped back to cross. And then I looked at the two talls that were standing by the caveway. And then the staff member, then the two talls. And then the smaller one was like an elephant skin. He had like an elephant skin. So, handed a box cube with him. We looked at each other. I turned to look at the two talls that were watching us the whole time. And the smaller one, he put his hand on my shoulder. And I shrugged it off. And then I went back inside the craft and I put my head down at the console and waited for everybody to get back on the craft. Everybody got on the craft and I could feel the craft, how when you get onto an elevator, put your weight, it kind of goes up and down a little bit.
Oh yeah.
It did that. It did that kind of motion. And then I waited till everybody got on and then we started moving and I was looking out the window and I was like, hey guys, look, and all the staff members were put back into the cubicle and the kids got to look out the window, us kids, and we got to see it looked like a DVD player on speed 10, straight up. That fast. And we were like, whoa. And then we stood up in the sky for a minute and then everything went gray and black. No trees, no ground, no sky, no nothing. Everything was just all gray and black outside. Then one of them come up from behind me, and he put his hands on my shoulder as we were looking outside the window, and we was like, he said to us, everything is gone now. Nothing's outside. So I put my head down at the console like you do at a desk, and I said, bummer. That sucks. There's nothing to see. Everything's gone, and I wanted to see. But, and then the next thing I know, after a while, after pushing buttons and stuff like this and that, kind of felt like a busy office, really quiet. Everybody's back turned, and they're doing their work on the computers.
Okay.
The extraterrestrials were in front. The extraterrestrials were in front, sitting at their consoles, controlling everything. I was also pushing the buttons. A part of the collective because I had implants. I still have the implants today, and your mic is a little fuzzy.
Is that a little better?
Yeah, that's right there. Is a little bit better. Yeah.
Okay.
we come to where we were landing. Now there's two parts of this, so I'll just give you this one part of the little faster way. Um, we come to where we were landing, and we were landing, and I opened the door. I hit the button to open the door. I knew where everything was inside of the console. I was being led, to drive. So I was driving the craft actually. I got to drive the UFO, kind of a spiritual process.
That sounds like a very spiritual journey.
Yeah, it was. Tell me, it's ultimate in spiritual journey. Anyway, I'm the first one running out of the craft, like a stark loony kid, but not really, just concentrated, looking because it's dark time and I can see a campfire coming out of the, campfire, and there's people sitting as I approach the campfire. The people were wearing animal skins and they were cooking a coyote dog. From what I've seen, I think they were cooking the coyote dog's liver, and the coyote dog lay dead on the ground. And there was a big, there was later in the day I could see it. Well, actually see it from the nighttime because there was fires over there. It was a big archway inside of a mountainside made of rock. Just one though, just one. And the elders, they went like this to the chest, pounded his chest,
right.
And he said, Pueblo, Pueblo. And I was like, all right. And he said, sit down with his hands. And I sat down, that's nice people, And then all the other hikers and staff members came out of the craft, and the craft, it took up and it left. And I was like, great. All right, so we're back at home. Everything's normal. And the staff members came up to the campfire, and the children, we were just sitting there watching. Us three boys, a little blonde-haired girl, two men staff members, and a female staff member. We're all sitting down at the campfire with the people who were at the campfire. And they also introduced themselves as Pueblo. And one of the staff members, the man staff member, said, oh my God, do you know where we are? We're back in time.
So
we were back in time over 10,000 years. 10,000, more than 10,000, more. Because everybody can't go over 10,000 years because of the Great Flooding, and that's where a lot of our history got erased. We were back in time before 10,000 years.
So before the flooding?
Way before the flooding.
So how did you return?
Well, later on, we were abducted again. See, we still have the implants, but see, it was a long process. We started off in I think it was New Mexico area. We walked. There was no cars. This was many thousands of years ago. You got to remember, there were no tall buildings, no restaurants, no gas stations, no supermarkets, no malls, no government here, no laws here. None of that. No corruption. Nothing. Except for wonderful, beautiful people of Earth, the stars, the animals, and extraterrestrials.
So a perfect utopia.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful Mother Earth.
Yes.
The air had smell. You can actually taste the air. The water was clean, pure. The ground, the soil, so rich. The moon, a lot closer. It was way brighter at night. You felt it. I felt so different. I felt like 10 times more wilder, like, I don't know, something like in me.
Like it was more primitive.
Well, not primitive, more powerful. Much stronger of a presence of who you actually are.
Right.
This is not a past life experience. This is not an incarnation. I have all the proof, and I am not a claim. I have all the proof. I have real proof of the extraterrestrials. I took pictures of them myself. I have proof of the ancient ancestors recorded me and recorded the other hikers that I was with called petroglyphs. All the places I can take you to.
You sent me some
Everything.
photos Now, is one of those
Yeah,
photos that you sent me? I'm going to go ahead and kind of show those off here. But were some of those
yeah, go for it.
petroglyphs that that you sent me, are those of you and your friends from back?
The other hikers.
Yeah.
Yeah, hand in hand. We are recorded hand in hand, holding each other's hand because we stuck out like a sore thumb. We were the only white people on these lands over 10,000 years ago. They took us children to be theirs because we were children from the stars. And I was given the star system on my right side of Orion. Orion. And then, well, we walked from New Mexico into Arizona, into Nevada, then into Colorado, and then into Utah, and then parts into California and stuff and everything like that. We walked. So how long would it take for children, because we can't traverse such great distances in a short matter of time? You figure walking from on foot with children in the desert from New Mexico all the way around the Four Corners area into Utah
So
and
that
into the
that
underground
probably took
city.
months.
It took years because also we were taken. Well, I was taken many different times through many different time periods in time too inside the craft. I just didn't. We just didn't get dropped off just once. I was taken by the extraterrestrials many different places in time. I was controlling the time coordinate panel. That's my experience the most out of all of humanity that I've ever experienced. And I have proof and pictures of everything. But those pictures of those petroglyphs are us in hand in hand. Also, what is also called on Prophecy Rock. That I am on Prophecy Rock not just once. I am on Prophecy Rock 3 times. Once up above with the children in the back. Your mic's doing it again. Me holding on to the timeline, and me on the proper path when I'm older, holding the cane on Pahana.
Okay. So you showed. I have pictures of two rocks that I put up that you sent me.
Okay, you'll see. Yeah, they're hand in hand and
The
hand in hand.
Yes, and then there's one that is there's a the one that everybody knows is the people on top of the mountain with the holding the cube, and the one person
People.
below it.
Okay, there's like people coming down the steps through time, and then
Yes.
there's another person holding on to the timeline. And if you look right above him, up to the left corner in that picture, you'll see the bad spirit. And on the timeline on the bottom, you'll see me holding on to a cane, walking. So that's me upstairs, me on this period right now that we're actually in, holding on to the timeline, and me when I'm older, walking with a cane. And
Okay.
the bad one up in the corner. Yeah.
Yes.
And the other one, is there a lot of stuff, or is it just a couple elders and a couple children and me holding my arms up?
The other one is the one that's
Which
a
one?
couple elders, and yeah, the what you said, the with you holding your arms up.
Yeah, that's me recorded by the elders so many thousands of years ago, holding my arms up. That's signifying me as one of the great spirits because the great spirit was in me, and I also ascended into heaven. And also, I'm directing the elders, my elders, because of the great spirit was in me. I was talking in their own language. I don't know how to speak in their own language. So the great spirit was talking through my body with my voice at them, yelling at them, directing them what to do. I was on top of that rock. I was on top of the rock, holding my arms up. As I am, I was more, I felt like I had an ocean of power inside of me, you could say. So, a lot of stuff. I'm this child today. I'm all grown up. Yep.
Okay.
I have pictures. I got proofy pictures of everything. I mean, like,
So what is this picture of you in the desert by the rocks? what is it, when did you take that?
Am I sitting down?
Yes.
That's the area right there where we're recorded. I am sitting on the spot where I once was so many thousands of years ago, back in time.
So, have you actually seen the future? Did the aliens ever take you to the future?
Yeah.
So, does our future look bleak?
Well, considering what's happening right now, you guys are walking down the path that leads to total destruction of Earth and the environment, and you guys are going to learn how to live underground again. And because of this, as a result of it, you're not going to become so human anymore. You're going to turn into something very ugly. So that's so much for humanity, and all life on Earth will be destroyed. Purification. Now you guys can switch this and totally do as I say, because I've been given the divine gifts to tell you guys the instructions on how to live and coexist with all relations here on Mother Earth. Once again, because it was I who gave the instructions the first time. Now I have to do it again.
So,
You understand?
yes, I do actually. So, over that period of time, people just forgot, basically.
Well,
They,
it's been many. Well, to tell you the truth, it's been many millions and hundreds and thousands and hundreds of years. Today, you know, it's been a long time. Because of time travel for me, it's only been about 38, 39 years. But for all of you on Mother Earth, many millions of years went by.
okay. So,
Yeah.
what is your message to everybody? What do you want to let everyone know?
Okay. First off, hi, I'm Pahana. I'm your brother. A lot of people call me your lost white brother. Well, I was born of the white skin, but I became more than humanity can comprehend because I have pictures of myself in our environment because our environment is alive. These are not just faces in the clouds.
Yeah, let me get to
Those are
that.
people.
I wanna pull these faces up. I see this one. It's the where you cut the photo in half, and it looks like there's an evil face and two people scowling at that evil face.
Yeah, that's me up there in heaven. That's a mirror image. It's just one mirror image. That's all it is. Just a mirror image. Okay, that's me in heaven, me on earth at the same time. And you can see the bad one in the middle. That's the same bad spirit that's on the prophecy rock. So the prophecy is fulfilled. I'm Pahana. How you doing?
Okay, well, so continue with what. I'm
There's
sorry.
not,
I was sorry to
there's not
interrupt
going to
you.
be another white. It's impossible. That's all right. It's impossible for any white man in today's time period on these lands of elders' lands to do anything, the things that I have been doing. It's impossible for a white man to do these things because, for number one, you are not me, I am not you, and number two, these things didn't happen to you, they happened to me. So
So,
that's that.
how can we change this? How can we
I'm behind.
advert, you know, going underground?
Yeah, that's not going to be good for humanity. They've already dug out the tunnels and stocked it full of Walmart and all kinds of produce crap, or not produce crap, but seeds and everything like that. And they've been doing it for a long time.
Like the J
They got it
Helm
on YouTube.
going into Walmart, shutting
Yeah,
them down.
yeah, all kinds of stuff. They're just preparing because they know who I am. Because I'm in this time period. Okay, I'm in this time period. And Pahana, there's only two paths. I am one of the divinity brothers. I am not Christ the Savior, okay? I am not Christ the Savior. Christ the Savior comes from another land in another country. I was born, raised, and became more than humanity can comprehend, indigenous to these lands and what is now called America today. I've always been here on these lands. just in different time periods. But I've always been here. I've been here before my natural childbirth, walking through time, back in time. And I also died back in time before my natural childbirth. But that is the greatest transcendence of all, to die before your natural childbirth. Look up the word deity. Look up the word demigod. Reality. Anyway, okay. Getting back to the underground structures where humanity is now digging out.
Yes.
You see, after the wars, if there's going to be a war, which I hope not, because I love all my relations, and I want, peace and coexistence, and you guys learn how to coexist with each other and stop fighting over the religion. It's pointless because you can't fight over heaven. You really can't. So why fight over religion? Religion is right above your head outside 24 hours a day. And now today they're destroying it with the chemtrails. But you see that picture of the bad one, okay? You see me up there in heaven confronting him. I've just proven fact with proof, proven fact that there are real spirits, that these are not just damn clouds in the environment with faces. It's us. We become a part of the environment when we go to heaven. That's us with fact and proof. That picture right there that you're posting is priceless. It says so many things. It says heaven's a fact. There's also evil in heaven. We go to heaven, and we're a part of the environment. Now, if you kill us, the big spirits who are the creator spirits, who make the rains, who do this and that, the other thing, because we're all like a circle of life here, if you start killing the big spirits in heaven, there's not going to be any art, no life in heaven, which will create a stagnant environment, which will create no art, no life on earth. What is above, so is below. Haven't you guys ever heard that before? Well, guess what? I just proven the fact that I'm Pahana from the prophecy. I'm here right now in our time period with pictures of the divine from heaven and me on earth at the same time. Not a joke, not no damn CGI crap, not no Photoshop fake crap, but reality. Taken with my cell phone. Just mirrored one time because I know more than all of humanity can comprehend. I became a part of so much because of my experience, which is a gift. And I'm so very thankful for my relations, all my relations of earth. And I will tell the truth, and I will show the truth, and I will not be ashamed, and I will not made to be feel ashamed just because of other people's misconceptions and not understanding these many things about who we are as a species here and who we always been, because of today's timeline, because of the great flooding of earth took away a lot of all of our history, but I still possess it because I was here. I've always been here and I know everything.
So now I'm looking at these clouds here.
Humanity's going to take that one path. But humanity's going to take that one path and they'll destroy everything. And then you guys will be like the darn Morlocks on the movie The Time Machine. Cannibals. Exactly.
I haven't seen that movie in years, but I believe that.
But with the technology, and then you'll travel time, and then you'll come back to this time period looking for bits and pieces of information, looking for me, the Pahana, the one. Why is my head missing off my sacred stone tablet? Why is my head, Pahana's head, missing off the tablet that so many know? Why is my head missing off the tablet? Do you know?
I do not know. Why is your head missing off the tablet?
Do you not see my head up in heaven? Do you not see my head on earth at the same time? That's why. I'm of the divine. I'm of the divinity. If anything, a new slang word I can make for all of you two-leggeds today. I'm heavenese.
Heaven, I like that.
I'm heavenese. I'm heavenese. You know? You can say I'm one of the angels. Well, I have pictures. I'm not kidding about this stuff, you guys. This is real deal stuff we're talking about here. This is talking about our future, if we are to have one or if we're not going to have one. There's only two roads here, the proper path or the path that leads to purification of all life here on earth. Now, which weighs more? Doing the right things, stopping all the lies, deceit, evil, wars, and corruption, take the proper path, get it all out in the open, say, we're sorry, we're going to live right, we're going to use the free, clean, safe sources of transportation for all, and free, clean, safe sources of power, energy for all, free medicine for all, free, clean water for all, so many more free, clean things here for Mother Earth, because we have to learn how to coexist with all relations in a loving, respectful, caring, nurturing manner. So sacred here. All life is sacred because I found out that there is life in all, there's art in all things. There's art in all things around you, all that you see and know. We are also the art in all things. So be the beautiful art in all things around you, for all relations, and show respect.
So, what do you think it's going to take for everybody to come together as a whole and say, we need to change our ways?
All they have to do is just have the people call the President of the United States, dear Mr. Donald Trump, and tell him and show him Kenneth's past is Pahana. And I actually have the answers for us right now that can benefit all of humanity and save all of humanity. And we can have a wonderful, bright, fun future full of wonders and for our future generations yet to come. All relation of Mother Earth. I'm not just talking about the Earth. I'm talking about the sun and moon, everything, including the extraterrestrial. All relations. We got to learn how to coexist. This is a garden we're living on. A garden. And from what I've seen, and I'm comparing it from what I've seen ever since, because I've been here the longest out of all of humanity.
Yes.
Out of all of humanity. Because you're not going to know, but I'm going to tell you here in a little bit, but what I did. But I compared it to. From what I've seen, Earth was so beautiful, so pure, and in today's timeline, you can go outside and I get choked up, and I get so pissed off, and I just want to scream and yell and shake you guys and tell you to stop it, damn it. But you don't listen until it's going to be too damn late now. And I'm telling you and I'm warning you. You see that picture of the bad one? That's the real deal stuff, kids. That's something for you to look forward to when the hereafter comes for you. Because he's going to be looking right at you. And you're going to have to deal with him. There is not going to be running to the Savior. No. You're here on these damn lands. These lands are Native American Indian lands. Forget the word America. These are lands of elders' lands and always have been lands of elders' lands. They're not meant for the white man here. And look what they done. They committed acts of genocide, put them in prison camps, took away the children, tried to make them learn their religion. My elders and the great-grandchildren of my elders are so super spiritual, you can even shake a stick at. And I wouldn't even point a stick at towards the great-grandchildren of the elders. That's being rude and disrespectful. But, man, it's a lot of stuff, you guys. You guys got to learn how to coexist peacefully. And truthfully, honestly, you got to give the lands back to the great people who have always been here first so the great healing can begin. Because if not, the white man will truly destroy everything just to put up another damn shopping mall here and another drugstore and a damn 7-Eleven over there.
I mean, I live in a rather big city, and whenever I walk outside, it's smog and filth, and you're right, it's hard to breathe. And then when I go out into the country, there's so much difference in the way you feel.
It's like this. Today's humanity, you guys today, all you are connected with is the work. Your cars, you're connected to your cars. You're connected to your bank. You're connected to the grocery store. You're connected to the red lights and green lights. You're connected to your job. You're connected to watching the TV. You're connected to coming home and ordering the pizza on the telephone. You're just connected to that stuff. You're not connected to all relations. Now, if you see me and see my pictures, you'll notice a big difference in me and compare it to yourselves. I'm connected. You guys aren't. You guys will laugh and think this is a damn joke until you see that picture of that bad one. The very bad one, that's called the devil. Yeah, he's real. And you know what? The Bible's not all correct because there's evil upstairs right above us right now, outside. And there's good too. There's always a war outside up above you. It's just that you can't see it because you were never taught these ways how to see these things. And because I know how to see more than humanity could ever learn how to see. I know more than all of humanity because I've always been here, don't you know? And because the extraterrestrials, I was given the extraterrestrial technology, okay? When I put up through my nose and I heard a crunch, one in my right ear, my right eye taken out, and one in the back of my neck. And they put the star system of Orion on my right side, the star system of Orion, okay? Well, they took me back. I guess I took myself back because I was pushing the buttons to where I was being held by a giant in his hand. The giant was taller than a telephone pole. He can rest his arm on top of it. That's how tall he was. And I got pictures of him. Real deal stuff. And my pictures do not come off the damn internet. They come from me. Okay? Now, he held me in his hand, and I was a kid. And I yelled at him, "Put me down." He looked right at me. I spoke in the English. I said, "Put me down." He put me high up on a rock. There was a hairy woman that ran up. She was jumping up at his leg because he was holding me in his hand. She thought I was something to eat because she was jumping up at me going, "Nah, nah, nah, nah." And I was like, "Ah." I said, "Put me down." And then he was like, "No, I can't put her down because she's going to chew you a new one. She's going to eat you." So he put me high up on a rock. I got the picture of the rock. I know where I can take you exactly to where this place is. A couple days or a day later, maybe like the next day or something, I climb down the rock. She comes and running to me. I pick the closest flower I had, and I hold it out in front of me really fast. And then she's looking at me like that, and sniffing and looking, and crouching down and looking and moving around, shaking her head and stuff. And then I pointed the flower again, pushed it towards her, and sooner or later, I guess we got along, but a great spirit got into me again, and I guess it got into her, and guess what happened? We had sex.
Really?
We had sex. I made it. I gave my DNA, and the extraterrestrials took us both on board the craft, and I'm a father. I gave my DNA. I'm an Adam, as in Adam and Eve.
Right.
I've always been here. Time travel.
So
you have the greatest story humanity has ever heard, with all the proof documented and recorded, not just by the elders, but from the extraterrestrials themselves that I've got, and heaven. Now, when it comes to heaven, you can't lie. So I'm telling the truth, and I'm showing the proof of it. I'm an Adam. There's more than just one.
So you had a child before you were born, technically.
Yeah, it's like this. I'm the Father, the Son, and of the Spirit.
Okay.
Just like someone else I know. But he wasn't really a father. He didn't get taken back in time and had sex. So I am the Father, the Son, and the Spirit here on these lands, which are now called America today. I had many millions of years worth of great grandchildren That's why I am signified with red and white. I do not wear red and white all the time. I got to be realistic. I have to wear something that's clean, that smells good, right?
Right.
Well, red and white signifies my blood, pure blood. Pahana's blood is a father. Pahana's a father. That's why I'm so sacred, important. I'm a deity, a real one. I got pictures of myself in heaven and me on earth at the same time. I came back. I resurrected. I got pictures of myself because I'm in 2 different timelines. And now I'm going for the 3rd. I'm going to be older. And I want to do the right things, not for just myself, but for all relations. This has got to be. You got to get on the phone. You got to call the president, Donald Trump, tell him Pahana's here right now in our timeline, and he's probably going to crap his pants because he knows exactly who I am and what I stand for. The truth with the proof of it. And you can bank on it because you can't lie to heaven about it. Now, this isn't a game. There's only going to be coexistence with all relations or purification. Take your pick. I want coexistence. I'm all for that. I'm all for the love and everything. You know me. I'm I love the garden. I love all my relations. I mean, what can I say? It's a beautiful gift that I've been given. But I'm strong, the strongest out of all the brothers of divinity. I have the strongest message for all people of earth right now, this very moment. The right way or the wrong way. The right way is good. Peace, love, joy, everything, happiness for our future generations yet to come. Everything saved, the preservation of all life or destruction of it. And there's not going to be any damn tall building you can escape from. No bunker underneath. No structure you can hide in. Humanity won't survive. Neither will all the animals. Because of lies, greed, evil, wars, deceit, and destruction. Because of stupid bullshit by you damn people today who I wouldn't trust with a stick. Now enough's enough of this. I had enough of it. I want to do the right things because I'm a good person, and I'm sorry I'm getting upset, but I've asked so long for the help. I don't have a vehicle. I'm not going to hitchhike because I'm super sacred, spiritual, indigenous to our lands. I'm a national treasure. I'm a deity. And I love all my relations. I've cried over this many times. I can't hitchhike. It's too dangerous for me. Being who I am, you got to be realistic about this. I don't have no money. I can't take a Greyhound bus because I'm older now and my health isn't that good anymore like it used to be. So I got to do the right thing.
Real quick.
I want to.
Real quick here, I just want to say there is a link to Kenneth's Facebook in the description. You can go ahead and link up to that. If you want to help him, link up with him on Facebook. Send him a message. I just wanted to throw that out there. You can go ahead. I'm sorry for the interruption again.
No, it's all right.
I just wanted people to know how to help you out.
Okay. I got to get to the Hopi tribe. We all know this. I got to get to the Hopi, but I have to have the president's help too. You know, I got to have all relations. All the world leaders know me and know what has happened and see the proof, see the pictures, see the divinity of it that comes from heaven itself. The proof and the facts. You can't speculate about heaven. It's impossible. Okay. I have to have all world leaders focus on me and go, oh my goodness, he's here right now. I can't believe this, but we knew about this day would come. We've really messed up, haven't we? I wouldn't be here to pass judgment on all of you if it wasn't necessary. I'm sorry. But if you fail, it's time to come home. Okay? I can't fail. I can't fail. I'm not going to. I love everybody too much. I'm going to do the right things. And I'm piss a lot of people off. I don't give a damn. I don't care what they think. I've been here longer than anybody on earth. And this is enough. Now you will do the right things the right way and love and respect everybody. Because that's the one thing that's most powerful in the universe, is loving and respecting each other. Just think of all the good food we can share. Oh my goodness, I'm so hungry. You know? All the good breads. I love the bread. I'm a bread fanatic.
Breads
but
are
anyway,
good.
I have to have people contact Donald Trump on my behalf. Please. You're just going to be one of the people, if you do, that gets his name recorded in history. That's going to be really good for your family. Saying that I got to help the one person, Pahana, who's like Neo in the Matrix, okay? That's really cool stuff, guys. But I'm not Neo. I'm Pahana. I'm me, this kid, this child. The person on the petroglyphs. The child in heaven and on earth at the same time. The person who stood up next to the bad one and took the picture himself with his cell phone. The world leaders have to see me, have to give notice, and be like, we have to come to a meeting. That's the biggest meeting that we ever have come to in our lives, for humanity's sake, for all sake of all life here, and our future generations to come, to the very preservation of all things here. Because right now, you're destroying all the honeybees with your stupid chemtrail crap. Because it's supposed to be springtime, and it's now winter time again. I don't play no games. I can see through any BS, because I have fought the bad one himself. I have fought evil, and I have the pictures and the proof of it. Also, I have pictures of the real extraterrestrials, of what they really look like. Everything. And I don't sugarcoat nothing. I can't. I'm not allowed to. I'm to tell the truth and to show it. That's it. That's all you get from me, is the truth, and I show it. And the message. I'm the messenger. It's important. Trust me. If you want your children to have children, well, now's the time. You know, instead of sitting around the house all day playing on the computer, playing on Facebook, try to get a hold of Donald Trump, direct him to my Facebook, and say, this is the person that we need to have meetings with right now, because he's the smartest person on earth, and he has divine proof of everything, the divinity of it, that can save our future generations yet to come. But if I'm hurt, if I'm not to do this, if I'm not to do anything, it would trigger the instant response of purification from upstairs. Our world would act, because our world is a living spirit, and our world has been taking action. You guys just haven't given notice to this. But if you look on Facebook, a lot of things have been happening here that you guys can't explain, that I can so very easily. Now, all it takes also is for one of these airplanes to chemtrail the wrong spirit in heaven and start the chain of events like that. That will destroy all life here. You don't mess around with heaven, son. You don't. You leave that alone. That's been good and bad for thousands of millions of years. There's more than just humans up there. There's more than just people up there, white man. There's animals up there too. There's horses. There's even hamsters up there. There's bunny rabbits. There's all kinds of stuff up in heaven. We become a part of the environment. I've shown you that. Sometimes the wind takes us all around the world. We get to be in everything. It's beautiful. But if you guys are not going to listen to me and destroy our environment, no art in heaven, no art on earth. What is above, so is below. Stagnant, all gone, game over, dead. We got to start the deal. We got to have all the pollution, all the cars stopped. Everybody, you can just go back and forth to the grocery store. You get money, in the mail or whatever like that. Take all the cars. They come for your cars. Everybody's, all the vehicles all the way across the world. Trains, everything. No more Ford. No more fossil fuel, what you call fuel. No more of that crap. Come out with the free energy from the extraterrestrial crafts that you already use, that you already been using. Save our environment. No more factories. Free, clean, everything. Safe. Free, clean, everything. Safe. Safe, free, and clean is the key to our future. Safe, free, and clean, and pure. It's like a commercial, you know? You want it to be like happy, happy, joy, joy, joy all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you will see a big difference on everybody's be like, it's Pahana, we love it. My brother is finally not lost. Oh, thank goodness you're here. And I'll be like, yes, you guys are listening. Hallelujah. It's a miracle. You guys are stopped warring with each other. I'm so proud of you. Now can we save Mother Earth? Because once we start coming together as a family again, like we once were in the underground city with all the religion together, which was all the people from Mother Earth who were in different lands. They were brought there in craft. Even the Ark of the Covenant was in the underground city, in the Grand Canyon. Everybody from all different land masses were brought there because of the great flooding of Earth. Noah was on his boat with the animals and stuff, but we were all brought there by craft. Well, me and my father and my mother and a few of us, we walked through the desert to get to the underground city. But all the religion, all the tablets were there in the underground city. And I myself got to help carry the Ark of the Covenant. And I can pass any lie detector test. I can even show you the picture. Okay? I'm not messing around with nothing. I won't lie about none of this stuff. It's too sacred. It's too important to all of humanity. I'm too important to all of humanity. And here I am, sitting in my apartment on the couch, begging and screaming, people, please, could you help me? Make some phone calls so we can get the wheels starting right now. Because in a couple of years now, you don't know if Kim Jong-sung Wong, whatever, is going to start the nuclear war or someone's going to pull a trigger just because they had a bad damn day. Now, come on, we got to do this now.
I mean, I could see that as a real possibility.
Yeah? You never know what tomorrow's always too late. You know what that's no.
That is
really aggravating for me because I'm looking at all of you people like you guys are not connected to nothing. It's aggravating. And I've been through so much. I can win the Nobel Prize with one of my pictures. You know? I would like that for me. Then I can get that nice RV I want and travel the world and watch you guys just help people out, you know, and be like, there I am, guys, doing the right things for everybody because I am a good person, because I am connected to all my relations here on Earth. I love everybody. It's a lot of love I got. And it's very sad to see you guys like this today. When a long time ago, we were all a beautiful family surviving the great flooding of Earth, holding on to each other. All nations, thousands, your ancient ancestors. I became one of your ancient ancestors. I'm still here. Just time travel, that's all. You know? It's a lot of stuff. And I'm on Facebook, and I'm like, come on, please, make phone calls. Do it. Call the press. Do it. I'm begging you, do it. Call the media. Get me on the TV. The faster, the better. The faster we can do this, the faster the great healing can begin, and we can save all our relations here on Earth. And then that way, the extraterrestrials will be like, oh, you'll finally listen to the one child who's been here, the one who has been given all the gifts to save humanity. You're listening. We were hoping for this because now your future is going to change for the better. And we're going to have a nice talk, and we're going to learn to coexist with you. And we're going to teach you all kinds of wonderful things about these crafts here that we like to drive. And, you know, so that way you guys won't have any more car accidents or be drunk driving. Wouldn't you like to drive in an extraterrestrial craft?
That is actually the one thing that I would love to do. I would love to time travel, and I would love to take a UFO for a test ride.
Of course.
Who wouldn't?
Everybody would. Everybody would. It's beautiful. You can see so much stuff. But you know, I learned from experience. Once you step outside that craft, if you're back in time, you're going to get in big trouble. You might not want to do that. Just stay in the craft and look through time.
That's probably a good idea.
But the future is whatever we can make of it. Yeah, the future is whatever we can make of it, and it has to be the best because I'm here in our timeline right now, and I have the message and all the gifts that I've been given, and no, it's not going to just go away. No. The president, please, Donald Trump, sir, I love you and respect you so much, sir. I want to do the right things for our country and for all our relations, all our world. We all got to learn how to live together and coexist in peace and save and preserve the most we can, and we really got to live the right way. We can't rely on these fuel systems anymore. You guys fight over it too much. You only war over it. It's bad for the environment. It's bad for heaven. Look what you're doing to heaven right now, and I know you know of it. I need you, the president of the People's China Republic, also the Russian, Mr. Putin, please, sir, if you're listening, I need all the reporters. You guys have the biggest story ever in all history right now. The year in history where we can save our world, 2018, because maybe 19 might be too late. We have to do this now. It's do it now. It's now or never. This is the time. We are the people we have been waiting for to make our future a better, wonderful, brighter place for all relations who come here to this garden, this oasis in this galaxy called Earth. Let's restore to her natural beauty and preserve all our history and learn from our history, our mistakes, because the child has been watching all of you, all these thousands and millions of years. One child has been watching all of you, and he's very upset, and you hurt his feelings, and you totally disrespected him many times. A lot of you have, when he's asked for help to do the right thing, not for just himself, but for everybody, all relations on Mother Earth. That's what I'm about. I'm about family. We're all connected. Man, I love you guys. Thanks for having me on the show tonight,
I am glad you're with us tonight. I am, and so is everybody that's watching, and everybody who's going to continue watching this after it posts. I really appreciate you coming on the show, but we are out of time for tonight. We've been on here for...
What is today's date? Did you record the date?
Today
the year
is
in history?
4/7 of 2018.
I'm in Tennessee, Pahana's east of the Four Corners area. He needs your help, please, to contact the President of the United States. Tell him that Kenneth Pass Pahana is on Facebook, and we need to do this now. Please come and pick me up. We need to do this now. Please. I'm begging you. For our future's sake. Amen.
Thank you for being on the show with me tonight. And guys, there's a link to Kenneth's Facebook page below. Go ahead and click on that. Contact him. And I appreciate you once again being on the show. I hope we got your message out.
I hope so too. For all our sake.
Yes, because I don't want to live underground. That's for sure.
No one does.
Nope.
There's so much beauty on top of this earth.
And I'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, thank you, and you have a great night, Kenneth.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was Pahana. If you're just catching this, go back or wait till this uploads. And be sure to watch the whole thing. He really does have a very interesting story. And if you want to help him out, like I said, the link's in the description. And we are actually going to start taking phone calls from you guys when we have guests on. But to do that, we need to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, I am going to take your calls when we are talking to guests on our show. So don't forget to go ahead and subscribe, and you guys have a great night, and we will see you next week.